We're going to start us off with some excitement.
Who wants to win? We have raffle prizes. All right, to everyone who is here, we have 2 Amazon gift cards and 2 Safeway gift cards. Also, Bernie in the orange is coming around collecting the networking wheels, and those will be for Fitbits. All right. So, first raffle prize for gift card. Thank you. Carolyn O'Keefe from Irvine. Must be present to win. Okay, we're going to do 2 drawings, and if she's not here by the end, we're moving on. We have 3. Yes, I'm saying we'll do the other 2, and then if she comes in. Okay. Oh, you want? Okay. We're just. Oh, I had more from the networking wheel. Oh, so we have the Fitbits and one more thing. Okay. All right. Okay. Next one goes to Sarah with the 530 area code. Sarah, who did not identify her last name or campus. It doesn't say. 491-689.
Who's the 530 area code? Davis?
Probably Sarah. Okay. Somebody else.
And Carolyn, better get your friends here.
Yeah, better find Carolyn. Okay. Ooh, UC Irvine is hot today. Michelle Park. Oh. I think this is it. Okay, I think that was a vendor. We're not giving prizes to vendors this time. Oh, okay. Oh, look at this. Jeanne Stanford from Santa Barbara. Okay, we have Amazon, $50, or a Safeway card that can be exchanged for anything at any other gift card at Safeway. Amazon. It wasn't rigged. I picked it. Okay, we have 2 more. Irvine again. Vivian Tamkin. Okay. UC Irvine. Annie On. You did a lot of wellness, Irvine. Okay, thank you, everybody, and I want to just thank everybody for being here and contributing your time and your talents and your expertise to this conference. So if you can just give yourselves a round of applause. I know, that wasn't a very good round of applause. I also want to thank our sponsors for this event. So the funding for this conference came from the California Mental Health Services Authority through Prop 63. So we're very appreciative for the funding that they've afforded our campus. And our funding was supplemented by our vendors that you had a chance to interact with the last 2 days. So I just want to say thank you to all of them. And speaking on behalf of Student Affairs in the Office of the President, I really just wanted to reaffirm kind of our purpose for being here and the intentions from the office. And really, we wanted to provide a space to build connections with colleagues from across the system. for you to create new strategies to negotiate the ongoing challenges, to showcase your best practices in hopes that they'll be perpetuated across the system, to allow you to be able to be introduced to new technologies that might help in the work that we do in the future as we kind of pave the way of the future of mental health, and to create a space to speak, listen, and be heard. What I've seen over the past 2 days, I've seen people coming together, people connecting with former and new colleagues. I've seen new relationships being built and bridges formed across all different campuses. I've seen people make plans for future collaborations, and people discuss future conferences. I've heard that everyone across the system at all levels is also facing some significant challenges. I heard that you're doing the best that you can to continue moving forward in light of all of these challenges, and that spaces like this are helpful as you negotiate those. I hope that you continue to feel heard, and it's our mission that we continue to support these types of events and functions to move our spaces forward and really have improvements in our system, which are parallel what's happening across the college campuses across the nation. In my role, I'm fortunate to work with the Cal State system and the community college system, and I'm able to share kind of the stories from the staff and what's happening. And I can tell you that, as you may have felt here, that you're not alone, you're also not alone across the state. And what's being reported nationally is that we're all in this together. As we're wrapping up today, I want you to reconnect with your colleagues at the tables you're sitting at, and really kind of talk about what it is that you experienced this weekend, and think about what are the takeaways. What are the takeaways, and what is it that you'd like to see moving forward? So if we can ask that each of you just take about 10 minutes to talk amongst those at your table and come up with 2 to 3 takeaways. 2 to 3 takeaways, and then we're going to ask someone from each table to come up and share because we'd like to hear from you. I'll go ahead and give you a few minutes to do that, and then you're going to hear from Jeanne Stanford, the director at UC Santa Barbara, to provide some closing comments. Okay.
Hi, everybody. Do you need any more time? How about 2 minutes? Can you wrap up in 2 minutes? Okay. Is there any table that's ready to present their 2 or 3 takeaways? Not yet. Okay, we have a table over here that's ready. Oh, the microphone? Yeah, there's a microphone going around. Dr. Sean? Dr. Sean Chaw? Okay. So anyway, those of you that don't know, while we're waiting for the microphone, I'm Jeanne Stanford, the director at CAPS UC Santa Barbara, and I'm really glad to be here for our closing remarks and to wind up this wonderful 2 days with you. So if we could have the microphone over at this table. Right over there. Danny, you want to stand up? We're going to start off with UC Santa Barbara. Woohoo!
Thank you. Hello. So our takeaways from our table, one was that nobody solved the on-call crisis, but that there's lots of good ideas that we can take back to use at our center. A sense of camaraderie we'll definitely take back, that despite our struggles at each campus, we're all trying to do the best we can with what we have. And then lastly, just that it's good to come together and share ideas and not to recreate the wheel when we're starting new programs, but to look out to other campuses that are already doing some really exciting things.
Thank you. Right behind you, Danny.
Hi, we have UC Irvine and Berkeley represented at our table and overlap with what you said. Our first takeaway is that feels good to have an opportunity to get the message broadly and clearly to be brought up the ladder of decisions and implementation, to come up from the frontline staff about how does all this really play, what we're trying to do and what's working and what's still challenging and where we need, I think we need a voice to inform that process, and we feel like we have an opportunity in that. Number 2, throughout the day and at our table, emphasis on we hope that this is not a one-time thing, that we want to do more of this, and that we encourage the powers that be to make space and time for that, because we think it will be really helpful to be unified and addressing everything. And the not being alone with challenges that are ongoing. A point at our table was, one of the challenges that they were particularly interested in talking about after 2 days and talking about it a lot, discovered it's a challenge for everybody. There's a bunch of different things being tried. There is not yet a perfect solution, and it's sort of a moving target, but it feels better to be engaged together in trying to hit the moving target.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Next table. Hi. Wait for the mic. Thank you. That's okay.
He's going to yell.
No.
Hi, I'm Colby Moss. I am a social worker at CAPS, UCLA. Woohoo! Yeah. We were joking, one of the things we'll take away is how many of you we've trained at our center. Woo! Everyone unanimously felt that just connecting with other colleagues and getting to process what it is that we struggle with, that, to quote Amanda DiBartolomeo, the struggle is real, everybody's having it. Obviously, there are no easy solutions, but I think a lot of us felt hearing about all the peer programming that's going on at other places was really helpful for us as we're trying to build that out more. That this should be happening more often. We'd like to see you, talk to you all more often. And and that all of us want to set better boundaries and be clear about what our mission is, what we can do, what we can't do, communicate that to the powers that be and to our students, and be somewhat unified in that. Every campus has a different culture, but it's really nice to I mean, some of us really have no idea what it's like at other campuses, and coming here was like, oh, you do that? Like, that was really clarifying and validating. Mm-hmm. Anything else? Did I miss anything? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and all future conferences to be in LA.
Okay. How about the table right behind you? Can we?
Yeah.
No? Okay. I just thought we'd finish off that side.
Anyone? Yeah.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Milo Dodson. I'm a postdoctoral fellow at the amazing UC Irvine Counseling Center. Zot, zot, zot. So one of the things that came up for us is just the nuance for being a counselor at a UC counseling center. And while there's tons of other conferences and conventions, that this one is by us, for us, to be able to really hear our particular needs, grievances, and our strengths between counseling centers. Another thing I think we really, really appreciated, myself as a trainee particularly, is that this was free. Recognizing that it took a lot of other sponsors and other funding sources, but the fact that we didn't have a registration fee was really helpful. Another thing that came up, and I'll end with this, is just to have some sort of, or an additional Office of the President representation, to have almost breakout groups, to have some sort of management involvement that way, I think would be really helpful. Just have more stakeholders present to have some time to speak with them. Anything else I'm missing? Thanks for the popcorn and ice cream. That's that.
Thanks to our vendors. All right, thank you. Anyone want to talk? Someone else?
Yeah.
I guess we don't have to.
So we're all defaulting to each other. But I will take the microphone. I'm Vivian from UCI, and our table is all from UCI. I'm echoing a lot of what's said. Some of the most important things we took is the connection that we developed with different people that are going through similar struggles to us. And even within our campus, connecting more to our psychiatrists who are in our student health center that we don't get the opportunity to work with was an added bonus of this conference. We also have some people at our table who are excited about some of the really practical things we learned about P&C and how those applications can make work just a little bit easier.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone in the middle?
Hello, Aaron from UC Berkeley. Thank you. Ditto the positive on the connections. We really thought that was a wonderful part of this. We definitely want this to happen again and again and again. It can be in LA, I don't mind that. I actually wouldn't mind traveling to San Diego, to be honest with y'all, sorry. So, and then a couple other things. We really thought, we talked a little bit about having some frontline staff on the Mental Health Oversight Committee. We thought would be really important, and then just kind of in a vague way, trying to remove some of the bureaucratic barriers that we have to providing good treatment.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, I'm Niyati, and I am a psychology intern at UC Irvine. So actually, we are all interns at UC Irvine, and I think from a trainee's perspective, it's been really exciting to get to meet everybody from the UC campuses and to hear about really the good work that is being put into helping our students. The second thing that we were just talking about was kind of looking at the similarities and differences and to learn from that. I think outreach is personally very important to me, so it was nice to hear about the different peer programs, how staff psychologists connect and collaborate with offices on campus, and how it looks a little different across each campus. I would also say what I learned is I think we all benefit from collaborating more, and I think that's reflective. I think I'm hearing that from everybody. And lastly, as a trainee, I think it's a great opportunity to network and get to know everybody else and their interests. So thank you so much for putting this together.
Yay, trainees.
I think our table had a few things to say that are have already been said a couple times, so I'm just going to say them in slightly different words so they sound fresh and innovative. So we have a list here: vanilla ice cream, milk. Wait, oh no, this is Linda's shopping list. Sorry, hold on. Other side here. So, big thing was the validation that a lot of us felt, and just sort of sharing what it's like to work and be with all this unmet need that's on our campuses, and how it's not misery loves company, but that it's just really validating that there's so many intelligent people that have struggled with the same problems we struggle with at our center and are coming up with new and different ways and have tried different things. So combination of validation and I think we said normalizing was it was very normalizing of our experience, and it just kind of helped us feel a little less burdened. But then the exchange of ideas that followed. And to that end, I'm wondering if we can get an all-C database so it's basically a clearinghouse for forms and policies, things of that nature, so that when you do go to write something, you're not starting from scratch. So I think a lot of the things we do, like program evaluation and group evaluation, we all have different ideas for that and have started things. And why reinvent the wheel? We could share all that stuff. So what's that? An outreach? Oh yeah, like a bank of presentations, things of that nature. So some of our best practices that we shared. I think that was what was really validating for a lot of the people. The round tables were really useful in all the conversation. That's been said already. And I like the idea of having a UCOP present, although that's not that's not on our list here. And I'm doing a horrible job of our list because your handwriting is really beautiful, but hard to read. Rejuvenated and energized overall was a definite theme. So, and I'm going to stop trying to read Linda's handwriting because I can't do it. This is not from the group, but this is from me. I've really appreciated seeing a lot of you again, those of you that have come to the UCSB campus to support us in our time of need, both in 2014 and 2015. It was just really nice to connect with you all and to not be connecting over something bad that has happened, but to be sharing ideas and innovations and looking towards the future. It's been really meaningful. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
I just don't want to be last. So I'm Jerry from UC San Diego, and yeah, beautiful La Jolla, where the water is 75 degrees right now. It's sunny. Great place for a conference. Anyway, so we echo everything. It was great to meet new people, meet old friends, meet connections. You know, I've emailed Aaron and Cohen and other people for referrals to other campuses, and I think that really helps to know people. One of the things we talked about was the opportunity that we had at the executive directors roundtable that some of us came to, and I think it created some empathy and understanding for our leadership, that it was an open dialogue between us, and it was a really great opportunity for us to hear the challenges that you're facing as leaders, and kind of get us even more on board. And we'd like to hear more about more of that. I know you try to titrate that because there's a lot, so we don't want to hear that much more probably, but maybe a little bit. I don't know. But I think it helped us understand your struggles, and it was a nice opportunity. We learned some specific techniques in the outreach area, models of ADHD testing, outreach to Chinese international students. So we did learn some specific tools, and I think for us, really interestingly, UC San Diego, sort of like UC Santa Cruz, is a model of a decentralized model. So we're all around the campus. So we don't have a central model of central services. So we kind of liked hanging out with each other because we don't get to do that a lot. So it was that was an opportunity for us.
Yeah.
So, but we liked hanging out with you too. Yeah, you and you and you, and because we appreciate you. You and you and you and you and you and you and you. So, okay, I'm gonna stop now.
Okay, thank you. Is this, yeah?
Anyone here?
Hi, I'm Doreen, and I'm from UCLA. Hi. I know a lot of you because I'm support staff at UCLA. I'm not one of the psychologists or the psychiatrists. But I just wanted to thank the UC for inviting some of the staff in us. And it was a great opportunity to see a lot of the folks that have interns and some of the folks that have left UCLA campus and gone to other UCs, and it was a great opportunity to see those folks and to learn that that other UCs do have the struggles that we do have at UCLA, and that I've learned a lot, and I'm taking away a lot, and thank you so much for inviting us.
Hey, thank you, and yay for support staff. Is that it? Is there any other table? Right.
Thanks. I'm Sue from UC Berkeley. And just a few short things. It was great. This is such a great group of colleagues, and it's just really great to connect with everyone and people I met last year at the Cal Mesa conference and also this year. And we really were talking today about what a nice balance this conference had between the focus on taking care of ourselves and taking care of the campus, and the balance between hearing the voices of the clinicians as well as hearing the voices of leadership. So I go back personally replenished, reinvigorated for the year. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else? Okay, we have one more.
This is good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Future UC staff, yeah. Okay, I want to say thank you to everyone here, and thank you for everything you just said and for everything that you've gotten from the conference. I am here to do the closing remarks, but I first want to thank Jerlina, who's not here, and Taisha from the Office of the President, who really has done a wonderful job. Remember, she does represent UCOP as well, so all the things we say about OP, we do have some folks on our side. And I wanted to talk about my reflections in terms of what we started with. Do you remember yesterday morning? And I'm here to support you. Turn to your neighbors. I'm here to support you. Do you guys remember this? Do you remember Dr. Parham starting with, I'm here to support you? You just had ice cream. You should be high right now. So, and we are here to support each other. That's what I got from this conference, that we are here to support each other. We've supported each other for the past 2 days, as well as however many years we've worked together. Dr. Parham got us started with that, and our keynote speaker on sustainable happiness And remember, she reminded us that up to 40% of happiness is under our control. And I think we saw that in this conference by the reflections that you all have shared, that you are trying to control what you can control. You're trying to control your happiness when and where you can, and that we do have to fight for that. It's not a given at work, but we really are trying to work on if each of us is responsible for our own happiness and then for the happiness of each other, and then our students and our counseling center, and it grows and grows and grows, right? Happiness grows. But I want to make sure I comment on staff expertise. And again, you heard that in this room right now with the comments that everybody was making. But I want to thank the facilitators and the best practice presenters. And come on, guys, show some energy. Woo! You all did an excellent, excellent job in what you shared and the expertise that you brought us. We are amazing. We are the UC, and we are here to share with each other, and you did an amazing job, so thank you. I personally didn't expect to see so many different topics, and so many things that I wanted to go to and things that were overlapping, but it was wonderful to have such great choices, and each thing was amazing. So what a wide range of topics. I learned how to secure my messages. I learned not just about cultural competency, but cultural proficiency. I went from therapy to mindful self-compassion. I learned about our staff, myself, and how strong UC really is. Our strength really is our people. And I know you've heard that before, and I know we've heard the power of 10, but these kinds of conferences really illustrate that over and over again. Our strength is our people. Our strength is our staff. I heard about the pressures staff are under, and but at the same time, how passionate you are about your jobs and how passionate you are about our students. I heard you want to break from the flow. You want more time for bathroom breaks. You want to walk at lunch, and you want to have balance in your life. I think those are goals to keep striving for and to keep demanding that you have that in your, especially going to the bathroom. Okay, make sure you go. I heard that staff want a voice in how things are run and what happens in their center. And again, this is part of that. So this conference is about UCOP listening to us and listening to your voice, and you're listening to each other's voices. 2 years ago, 40 of you came to UCSB to help us, right? And those of you that stayed in your center, we are so grateful for you because your staying allowed others to go, and you were selfless in that, and we do appreciate that. We know that you had to take on the work of the people that went up to Santa Barbara. So we appreciate everybody for what they did. And that's the thing, no matter what your part is in any of the tragedies we have or in any of these collaborations that we have, your part is really important. We can't do this without each other, and we can't do it without each segment, as we've talked about, whether it's psychiatry, social work, support staff, trainees, leadership, upper admin, we all need each other. So we were sitting in our group room in Santa Barbara. We didn't even have enough chairs for people, so people were sitting on the floor as well. And someone said, we wanted to be together again. We want to be together. And we're like, well, why can't that happen? The Big Ten does it. So, and then some of us were here last year for the Cal Mesa Best Practices Conference. So we were together then. And then here we are today and yesterday. So, and now with a first time an all caps UC conference, an all UC caps conference. And that's because your voices were listened to. You asked for it and you got it. I think we are getting into that time where if we can keep articulating what we want, we will get there. Dr. Parham was talking about that yesterday as well. We have to ask for what we want and then keep trying to figure out ways to get there. So your voices can be heard. We need each other. We are a community. You are a community at your center, and we have a wider UC community community, sorry. So, and as we can learn to rely on each other and depend on each other, I think it won't feel so lonely, and we'll know that we're not just the only ones, right? Which is always important to know you're not the only one. So please take the energy that you have from today, from hearing the voices of your UC colleagues. Take that energy with you. Take it into your community. We are united and we're connected. So I want to thank you for being here, and I want to thank you for being such wonderful UC colleagues. And I just want you to turn to your neighbor one more time and just say thank you for being here. You guys are great. I want you to have a wonderful drive home. We're going to get you out of here, but we've got one more raffle. These are a Fitbit charge, another Amazon from Castlight, and our one night stay at the Westin Hotel. And thank you for hanging in there. I really appreciate this. I know everybody wanted to go home. And next year, what I wrote on the evaluation, I want to end earlier. Oh my God. Mario Barfield, UCSB. And he got his networking roulette. You're going to put yours in the pile. Niati? But this isn't... Francis Diaz. Rena. Okay. Congratulations, Rena. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you for a wonderful conference. Please leave your evaluations on the table, and you are free to go home or elsewhere.